For centuries before it became the heart of an empire, Rome was little more than a quiet bend along the Tiber River. Wide grasslands stretched beneath open skies, interrupted only by scattered oak trees, wildflowers, and the gentle movement of wildlife. Deer wandered to the riverbank at dawn while birds circled overhead. And the only signs of humanity were faint footpaths worn into the earth by shepherds guiding their flocks across the valley. It was a peaceful landscape where nature still ruled, and nothing hinted that this quiet corner of Italy would one day shape the destiny of the ancient world. As generations passed, people began settling permanently on the nearby hills. Simple circular huts built from timber, mud, and thatch slowly replaced empty fields. Families planted small gardens. Fishermen worked the calm waters of the Tiber, and smoke from evening fires drifted into the sky. Dirt paths connected homes to the river, while children played between wooden fences and livestock grazed freely across the hillsides. What had once been scattered camps gradually became a thriving village. Bound together by shared labor and growing ambition, the settlement continued to expand, transforming into an organized town protected by sturdy wooden walls. Markets filled with grain, pottery, and livestock attracted merchants from surrounding regions. Blacksmiths forged stronger tools while priests gathered at modest temples where rituals united the growing community. Roads widened, homes multiplied, and confidence spread throughout the valley. Rome was no longer simply surviving. It was preparing for something far greater. Wood slowly gave way to stone as extraordinary construction projects reshaped the landscape. Workers carved massive blocks of limestone and marble into temples, bridges, and public buildings that reflected increasing wealth and power. Straight paved roads connected distant territories, while aqueducts carried fresh water into the expanding city. Elegant villas, fountains, and statues transformed the once rural valley into the political and cultural center of an emerging republic whose influence reached farther every year. Growth accelerated beyond imagination. Towering monuments rose continuously as neighborhoods expanded across the hills. Bustling forums became crowded with merchants, senators, soldiers, and travelers arriving from every corner of the Mediterranean. Victorious generals celebrated triumphs through magnificent processions, while exotic goods and distant cultures flowed into the city. Every passing season added another layer to Rome's remarkable skyline until it became one of history's greatest urban achievements. At its peak, Rome stood unmatched. The Colosseum dominated the horizon as enormous crowds gathered beneath its towering arches. Marble temples gleamed beneath the Mediterranean sun, while bathhouses, forums, and government buildings overflowed with activity. Aqueducts stretched gracefully across the countryside, feeding countless fountains and gardens throughout the city. Ships arrived endlessly along the Tiber, carrying wealth, grain, and treasures from lands spread across 3 continents. Few cities before or since have commanded such influence over so much of the known world. Yet even the greatest empires cannot escape time. The brilliant marble slowly weathered, construction slowed, and signs of decline quietly appeared throughout the city. Defensive walls grew stronger, while uncertainty replaced confidence. Then came invasion. Fires consumed entire neighborhoods as armies breached Rome's defenses. Temples crumbled, rooftops collapsed, and smoke filled skies that had once overlooked the capital of an empire. The city that had ruled continents was left scarred and broken. Nature gradually reclaimed abandoned streets. Grass pushed through cracked stone while vines climbed shattered columns. Small medieval communities settled among the ruins, building churches beside ancient temples and weaving narrow streets through forgotten forums. Rome did not disappear, it adapted. Pilgrims replaced emperors, monasteries replaced palaces, and everyday life quietly continued among the remains of extraordinary history. Centuries later, the city experienced another remarkable rebirth. Renaissance architects, artists, and engineers transformed Rome into a masterpiece of domes, Fountains and grand piazzas. Magnificent churches rose above, the skyline while marble. Palaces and sculptures celebrated both faith and human creativity. Once again, construction reshaped the city, echoing the ambition that had defined ancient Rome. Modernization followed without erasing the past. Horse-drawn carriages gave way to trams, automobiles, and busy avenues. Railways, apartments, and government buildings expanded beyond the ancient center, while archaeologists uncovered forgotten monuments buried beneath centuries of history. Restoration became as important as construction, preserving landmarks that had survived nearly 2,000 years. Today, Rome remains unlike any other city on Earth. Ancient ruins stand beside Renaissance domes, medieval churches overlook modern streets, and the Colosseum still watches over the same valley where shepherds once guided their flocks beside the Tiber River. Layer upon layer of history exists within a single skyline, reminding us that one small riverside village did far more than grow into a great city. It helped shape the course of civilization itself.